Okay, we'll be talking about my quail today. So this will just be a video on how I take care of them. Do not use me as information, please. I might get some stuff wrong because I've only had these girls for a month. So if you have any advice or tips, feel free to give them to me. So since the month that I've had them, this one only gave me one egg, and since then I haven't had any. But I did read that once you bring them home and stuff, they will take about like 2 weeks to get used to their surroundings, get comfortable, and then lay eggs. But this is the second space that I bring them into, so it might be a more longer period of time that they'll give me eggs to get used to this new surrounding, because I did have them a cage in the front yard, and it's different than, you know, this one right here. So I didn't move them because there's cats and cars passing by, so I'm sure they got spooked. So I brought them more secluded in the backyard. So when they're not being watched by me, I do have them in here, and I figure this is fine because a lot of people just do the 1 foot per squale what the fuck, 1 foot per quail rule, and I think this is fine. But me personally, I'd rather have them roam free like that. I just can't do it. I know other people like probably would squeeze more in here, but that's just not me. So where they're at right now, oops, let me zoom out a little bit. This is my dog's kennel, and we rarely put him in here. We only put him in here when we're out of town. We don't go out of town that much, so why not have my quail in here and actually use the cage? I did add some chicken wire so they don't squeeze through, and yesterday I did clip their wings. I don't feel bad doing this because they only fly up when they're scared. They pop up really high, and yeah, I don't want them to hurt themselves, and I also don't want them to fly up and, like, you know, get out through here, because I don't have enough chicken wire to cover the full thing. So they do like to pick up the dirt, everything. Speaking of dirt, I don't have it in this cage, but in the other one I did have a sandbox, and that's really good to get dust fast, so they can get rid of any mites that they have. They'll eat the sand too for grit if you feed them like vegetables, or right here I have lettuce for them, but no, vegetables, insects, it's important so they could actually grind that up in their stomach and digest it. Speaking of food too, this is some crumble. I made this out of, this was a chocolate covered like almond container. I poked holes in it, and then a friend of mine cut PVC pipe, so they'll be able to go in, eat from there too. So from the one quail egg that I ate, I will say the difference here, obviously the size, they're like much smaller and they're cuter, like decorated. They have little spots, but they are creamier. I know, like, I ate it sunny side up, but it was so much richer. Like, oh, it was so good. I prefer that better than an actual egg, and I only had one. So imagine when these girls start giving me at least one a day, it'll be really good. And I've never had chickens before, and these are my first quails, so I can't compare them really, but I do know that chickens would need a lot bigger space, and they are loud. These girls, I mean, do you hear that? They're making little tiny chirps. You can barely even hear them. And I don't have any males. A rooster, they do make noise. I didn't want a rooster. I only wanted my 3 girls. So noise and size level, I mean, they could be in here if I wanted them to be, but you know, I'd rather have them enjoy more time out. So yeah, I just love how compact they are, how quiet. They are messy for like being tiny birds. Their poop is enormous. Look at this. Look at that. My cockatiel has smaller poops than these. Oh, there he goes, or she goes. But I have been growing my own stuff. My dad also grows his own chiles. This lettuce I grew here at home, and I just love having quail. It's another, you know, cleaner step. I know what my eggs are coming from. I know what the mothers are eating. So I find a plus in that, and it's just really nice having, you know, well, obviously my whole page is filled with animals, but it's just really nice seeing these girls mess around, eat the dirt. I did put some millet seeds. I doubt they'll eat it, but I put it here so, you know, it can grow like little grass and stuff like that that they can also peck at, because these are just weeds. Yeah, but they're just having fun exploring. I doubt they've ever been outside of a cage. So yeah, that's really nice to see them play around. So I do have well, I had, when I first got them, I also bought a 5-pound bag of that, and they're like barely halfway now. So, and that, I want to say that was like $6 the bag, so super convenient, low money. That's another plus. And then on top of that, well, I give them their veggies and stuff like that, so it's mostly scraps, but the lettuce, I'll just let them have that. Nobody here in the house really eats lettuce like that, so that's more money saved for me. Like I said, I am still learning too, so if you'd like to give advice, how you keep your quail, what else you give them. I also do give them eggshells, because, well, since they only gave me 1 egg, we have been buying eggs, and the eggshells for them, it's good for like calcium and stuff. So yeah, these girls are super low maintenance. The care for them is easy so far for me. It's just they like escaping, so I had to do a little fence around here. But it's so cute. Oh my god, I've said this like throughout the video, but I really love watching them play like that. And oh yeah, the first day I brought them out too, they were also just eating a bunch of ants. So they're a little cleanup crew in itself, I guess you could say. Let me try to get one too, so you could see like the size. They will be squirmish. The only one that's okay is that one, but I don't want to bug her right now. Let me see, let me get one. I'm so sorry, baby. Look at that. Look how tiny she fits in my hand. So yeah, super tiny. Yes, so I have been seeing that people are panic buying little chicks, and I don't think they realize the space that they are going to need. I don't know if you guys have heard from that, the Tractor Supply. They're like, the second they have the chicks out, they're all gone, because people are just getting them since the egg prices are so high. But I prefer to have more quail than chickens. Less space, very, very, very quiet. That bird that just passed by was louder than them. Yep. And just look at the difference too of the colors. Like, I decided to get the dark shades ranging to the light one. I guess that wraps up my quail video. I don't really have much to talk about. I mean, they're like so not problematic except from wanting to escape everywhere. But they're fine, honestly. Alright, say bye.